don't worry, guys. If you make it out of here alive, I'm sending you to a much nicer place.
Oh,
wonderful.
That's nice.
That's
That's
nice.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice. It's from getting here to there. That's the trick.
That's the trick, yeah.
You'll be able to buy pants.
Wearing
I can
pants.
buy pants now.
Who needs pants?
You're going to be made fun of for your lack of pants. Anyway,
We have pants, don't we?
you have thongs.
We are a desert people. We have pants.
Basically, what he's trying to imply is that if he does not get this mask back to this gentleman, then Odin's word is not worth really a lot.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Which is really bad.
Yeah,
That's
not
very
she's
bad.
gonna get some bad Yelp reviews.
So it's like the word of Odin on Fate, Yelp reviews.
It's like
1 out of 5
great
stars.
food, great food. Stuff gets stolen though.
Well, it's
Service is okay.
I want to imagine that just like somebody, just like there's a Yelp page about Odin, and there's just like internet trolls just writing a really bad review.
Just Odin can't keep an eye on one mask.
Oh.
He's only got one.
But by internet trolls, you totally mean frost giants, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely,
obviously.
100%. I'm just now
Like,
just
oh, this
imagining
guy's a total
frost
frost
giants
giant.
on the internet.
Okay. What was that, Sam?
The audience is cheering a lot for Howie. There's a lot of like really good ones. It's Howie, Wowie, Howie, Howie Zowie, Break the Douchador.
Door! Oh my god! Yes! I love it.
Yes.
Oh, I want that on a
How many
shirt
people-
now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to D20 Live Holiday Special, the Chursplunk Catastrophe. I'll be your GM for this game. I am Dom, if you weren't previously aware, and allow me to introduce my players, starting with Mike.
Good evening, everyone. You are visited upon the personage, now played by Michael, that of Frederick von Ganymede, halfling bard extraordinaire, and not at all a rip-off of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Love the character introduction that I told you would come later.
Too late.
Lamau.
You dink.
Friedrich von Ganymede introduces himself
You had
whenever
one
he so
job.
chooses. I'm hijacking your
Cassie.
game. I know better.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cassie D20 Love Chew, and I'm here, and I'm saving my character introduction, because I'm gonna be nice to Dom today.
You shouldn't, because I'm not going to be nice to you. Dave.
Hey everybody, your friendly neighborhood Dave. And in the special Christmas edition, Dave. Hi. I'm very comfy.
And Beth.
Hello, I'm Beth. I'm ready to bring some Christmas cheer to the Scrooge of this household.
Mhm. Yes, as she said, if anyone wasn't previously aware, I am not someone who is a fan of Christmas, and so I have decided to wear my Grinch holiday sweater. It's like the only holiday sweater I think I'll ever buy, unless I can find one that just says like "fuck this time of year" or something.
Classy. Why
Yeah,
did you select
and-
a fucking... Never mind.
I was about to mention, the process for me being the GM of this game was as such. Hey, would anyone like to do the holiday special? I mean, if you want someone who doesn't like the holidays to ruin this time of year, sure, why not? Now here we are. Mike, I believe you have some announcements?
Yep. First of all, the next game D20 Live will have, which will be our last game of the year, will be coming up 2 weeks from now on, I believe, check my calendar, on the 18th. Which one?
The Pendragon game will be on the 18th. Yes, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
Yay!
And I believe in the first weekend of January.
In the first weekend of January, we're going to actually be having our Q&A year-end stream, which we normally have in December, except for the fact that the last weekend of September is actually the last weekend of December is actually Christmas, and Mike and I like to go spend time with family.
Yeah.
So we're going to be
just not
doing
doing
that. That's why it got bumped up to the 5th of, I believe, Christmas. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
No, the 8th. It is the 8th. There will be the year-end Q&A stream will be on the 8th
Of
January
2023.
Okay. Otherwise, it's next week.
Thank you all. And that's it for announcements.
That's it for announcements. All right. Then let's go ahead and start the potentially Christmas holiday massacre with the Chursplunk catastrophe. So, we begin in a 1800s Victorian era fantasy theme town known as Fiddlevale. Originally founded and settled by a gnomish population, it now welcomes all walks of life and ancestries to it. It is governed by a turtle man named Senquil Sap, who is the owner of this town, which is a company town / a private town. Basically, everyone who lives in it is under his employ. It is slowly approaching winter, and the gnomes are starting to get anxious. The townspeople are starting to get anxious because taxes over the past decade have slowly been getting higher, and wages have been getting lower. The town economy is very, very bad at the moment, and it is heavily decreasing the town morale. However, despite this, spirits at the moment are rather high, because this time of year presents the gnomish holiday of Chursplunk. It is when the gnomes celebrate the winter time, when all the snow pretty much at once just goes Chursplunk onto the ground. They celebrate it with giving, with love, with feasts, and with a ton of booze. So, have we got the music playing, Sam?
Yes, we do. We have our gnomish
Fantastic.
music
This must be lovely. All right. So, we are going to begin in this town of Fiddlesvale. Oh, I forgot. I have prepared a small thing to set the mood aside from the introduction and the explanation of what's going on in this story. 'Twas 2 days before the holiday that's known as Chursplunk. No adventurer was stirring, not even the monk. This time for gnomes is one, to give, love, and share. I'd like to keep rhyming, but I don't fucking care. Okay. So...
Monster.
In Fiddlesvale, there is a part of town known as Vulcan Hill. This is where our story is going to begin, as we are going to introduce Dave's character. Dave, would you like to describe and introduce your character?
Well, my character's name is Thursted Ashthane. He is a dwarf of a mighty stature of 4'6", and he has a red mane that is quickly turning salt and pepper, a great bushy beard that I could never pull off IRL, but there are streaks of white running through it, and he is attempting to live his best life by by repairing chimneys and doing the best masonry work he can to keep families warm and together.
That's really sweet.
Let's crush that, shall we?
So, it's starting to come to a close, the sun beginning to set. 2 days before the celebration of Chursplunk, you hear a knock at your front door as you're sort of starting to settle. Yes, Mike.
Do we live together, or are we in our own respective homes?
You're in your own respective homes.
Okay.
Toasted Goat has now followed us on Twitch. Thank you, Toasted Goat.
Thank you.
Hey, yes. Thank you very much, Toasted Goat, who I don't actually know in real life.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, I hear a knocking at my front door.
You hear knocking at your front door. I will say, to further answer Mike's question, you all could be aware of one another. You live in the same rather small town, but you might not necessarily be friends. I have you all starting at different points on the map. Anyways, you hear a knock at your front door. A loud boop, 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 boop.
Not so much a rapping on my chamber door. Okay, so
No.
you hear from outside. You hear the thick footfalls of a well-seasoned dwarf. Thump, 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 thump to the front door, and I open the chamber door or I open the door house door, and what do I see?
There you see an individual who works a little ways away from you. His name is Nephrim Ashbelly. He is a fellow dwarf that you have kind of started to get close to in the past few years. He's been able to offer services to you and you to him. And, you know, being in a gnomish town, there is that sort of familial cultural bond that binds you two together. He sort of looks a little out of breath. He's got a long braided blonde beard and these very thick eyebrows.
Ashbelly, you old goat. What has you so ragged?
Thirsted. I can't.
Come in.
I need
come in.
I need to catch my breath. Yes, it's better if we speak inside, if you don't mind. I forget. Do you live with anyone else?
No. I live a modest life in my wee hovel of a home, as it were.
Right. Show me to your kitchen. I got me a flask. You're gonna need to sit and drink for this.
I'll get the chairs out and the good flagons.
Mm-hmm. So, you seat Ashbelly down. He takes out a sizable flask and pours a drink for each of you, and swigs it back very quickly and says, "Listen, there have been rumors circling about. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. All Sinkle Sap?
Our total lord and master.
Well, yeah, let's not kiss the fucker's boots too much, but there's been a noticeable absence of him, especially around this time of year, for the past 10 years. Right?
Sorry, I've got the dwarven glint in my eye. Ah. Sorry. Yes. He's been appearing less and less.
It's been appearing less and less over the past decade, and just now, I heard a rumor. You all right? You want to take a moment and shut your blinds?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I can see.
Well, the gnomes have been saying that old Sap might be trying to extinguish their precious holiday.
I'm sorry, what?
There's rumors going around that he's planning on bringing every single worker in to work on the beloved day of Chursplunk.
No, you can't take what You can't take that from the wee folk.
Can't take it from any of us.
It's the only thing that keeps some of us going.
Aye.
It's the little
Especially
things.
during these times, the selfish prick. Listen, you know old Crankstead, the pub owner.
Oh, yes. I would definitely know him then.
Fair. He's holding a meeting tonight with many of the townsfolk. I expect as a fellow lover of Chursplunk, you'll be there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Let's bring the fight to this motherfucker.
I'll wear my most nondescript overcoat.
Aye. Try and keep yourself subtle.
It's hard to do being one of the tallest people in town, but yes.
It's true. It's like watching a Goliath walk by in a crowd full of elves.
Absolutely. But please, warm yourself by the fire. You. I don't know if you have more visits to make tonight, but you certainly need a rest.
You are my main one, but should really see about finding others to tell about the meeting. But yes,
All right,
I'll take a few moments.
Here, take some fresh socks.
I love socks. So the two of you sit, drink a little bit more by the fire, and there is a noticeable pause of thought as each of you wonders what the coming night will mean.
Mm-hmm.
So did we all have a chance to talk to this guy?
No, this guy's just talking to Thurstead.
But I already love how Dickensian you've made this sound. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you. Meanwhile, around the same time, at the Fiddlevale Stables, just outside the walls of the town, Beth, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing Rue. Did we say classes already, or are we just leaving that?
I've left mine completely out. I'm a Mason.
Your introduction.
Rue. Rue, who is a fawn, more deer-like than goat-like, with antlers, and a suspiciously red nose. And she works as a stable hand.
So, Rue, you, in the afternoon, are starting to get the horses back into the stables. You are, I don't know what stable hands do. They like polish off the leathers. Sure.
Stable hands traditionally make sure that first of all, the stables are kept in good working order. They see to the maintenance of the horses, cleaning their hooves. They do polish the saddles. They also brush the horses and feed them regularly and take them out for brief walks by the reins. They don't ride them into the immediate area.
That.
And poop, the poop.
And cleaning up
You're
the poop.
doing that.
Okay.
And good with a shovel.
As you're putting away one of the ponies and closing up the gate to that pony's pen,
Stall.
You hear a loud whinnying from one of the horses nearby.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
You walk over and you see that one of the horses, Buttercup, is in visible distress, sort of pawing at the ground, looking restless and sort of panicking, looking around.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to calm it down. Can I do like an animal handling check, maybe?
Okay. Roll the first roll of this game. Animal handling.
Woo! 18.
Okay, what do you say to Buttercup?
I'll just kind of stroke her along her nose and just be like, "It's okay, calm down, girl. What's wrong?"
While you know Buttercup like a friend almost, know all of her quirks, the kind of care she needs, she doesn't seem to be settling.
Weird.
Even with that 18.
Can
You hear down at another pen more stamping.
Oh my gosh.
A little more wild.
Okay. Can I guess for now, can I just look through, oh shoot, I forgot to say, because you never answered me the other day. Am I able to already have my familiar son?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So I'm going to call to my my snowy owl, Noelle, and I'm going to see if Noelle's able to kind of look around. I'll kind of go to one end of the stables if she can go to the other, and can we just kind of look and see if there's anything out of order that is happening?
Roll a, I would say, an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay.
As both of you are doing this, all of the horses start getting more and more unsettled.
So that would be a 19, and actually so +1, so that'd be a dirty 20.
Okay. So with a dirty 20, between the two of you, you, Rue, and Noelle, you notice that there is a suspicious breeze blowing outside of the stables from within.
Oh. Like, it's happening from within the stables, or?
Yeah, and it seems to be blowing out. You see a pickup of dust and debris start pushing out the stable doors.
Okay. Does it seem like magic, potentially?
You know with that roll that there is something potentially supernatural going on.
Okay. I don't want to use all my spells at the beginning. Yeah. I could... Yeah, is there any way I could figure out what's happening without using magic? Just look around, try to feel it out, or could
You can choose how you investigate it.
Okay, I'll go over to where I think the source is.
Okay. You start walking towards almost like the middle area where... Because the stables are like a long hallway and then tease out so that you can walk the horses out those directions. And as you get closer to it, the wind sort of picks up and starts fighting you a little bit.
Okay. I am gonna keep fighting against it, yeah, and just try to push my way to the source.
Make a strength saving throw, please.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay.
As the wind starts picking up even more.
A 2!
A 2. You aren't launched, but you are almost dragged across the ground. Your hooves still firmly planted into the dirt as you're pushed out, past the stable doors, past the pathway, until you're brought forth towards this mighty pine tree. It's the oldest one on the property, and it stands about 60 feet tall.
Okay.
And you see that the wind is sort of swirling around the circumference of this.
Yeah,
tree.
I'll can I touch the tree?
You can.
And I see if anything happens there.
As you touch the tree, you feel a familiar spark in the back of your mind. And then this calm washes over you as this familiar presence speaks out to you.
My chosen. It is
Saint Nicholas!
Yes, it is I, Saint Nicholas. My chosen, it has been too long since I have reached out to you.
I, kind of nod in the presence of my patron that I love so much. How can I help you today?
My power is under threat. Within your town, there is one who seeks to eliminate that which I feed upon. Holiday cheer. The warmth and smiles, the happiness and tenderness of this bleak time of year is threatened by one.
Well, tell me who it is and I'll see what I can do.
Yes, good. You act as my hand in this matter. Go now to the place where you enjoy cheap fries and chicken fingers. Grankstead's Pub.
I just nod firmly, happy to be given a task by my patron. And off I go.
As
to
you
the pub.
as you run off, and then remember you should finish closing the stables. The horses. You finish closing up the stables. The horse is now relatively calm, and you start heading into town, and you hear from behind you.
Classic Saint Nicholas.
Classic Saint
Yeah.
Nicholas.
The Saint
Lordy.
Nicholas we all know and love.
Yes. Thank you very much, Colin DeLorean. I will absolutely have fun with that. Keeping my voice well lubricated. And now, we jump over to one of the sacred temples within the town of Fiddlevale. The shrine to Cirolali. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Cassie?
Yeah, you are.
Cirolali.
Yeah.
Inside the hall, this less of a temple and more of a warm chapel, I would say. One floor with pews on either side and a single aisle. Would you like to introduce your character and what they're doing currently in the temple or chapel?
Yes, I will be playing Chantilly Toasty Bottom. You can call her Tilly. She is a halfling. She's a cleric of the goddess Cirolali, who is the halfling goddess of the hearth and home. She's in the kitchen right now preparing some food for some of the community. That's what she does. She's been a cook since she can remember being trained when she was really little to start cooking things by her mom.
Very
So
sweet.
she's cooking right now.
All right. So in the middle of cooking, you hear a knocking at the door to the chapel. It's starting to get late.
Tilly kind of like puts the lid on the pot, and it's just like, this better not take too long, because who knows. All right, well, okay. It just runs over to the door as quickly as possible, and opens it.
All right. You open up the door to the chapel, and you see there two gnomes, one a woman and one a man, and the two of them look rather distraught, and they look up at you and say, "Oh, sorry to be bothering you this late at night. Well, at dusk. I know you're probably winding down and closed for the evening, but
Oh, the doors are always open. Come in. Come in.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's Telly, isn't it? We've seen you when we've come for communion.
Yes, that's me. Right. What can I do for you? What's wrong? You look quite shaken. Are you all right?
And the two of them look at each other, and the man sort of solemnly looks to his wife and goes, if you don't mind, dear, I'm going to start giving our blessings to Sir Lily. And she goes, yeah, of course. Go ahead. I'll be right there. I'll let Tilly know what's going on. He goes, all right. And
Tilly actually motions to follow her into the kitchen so that she can continue stirring this big stew that she's making while she talks.
So the woman follows you, and sorry, just pulling up my notes here. When you get into the kitchen, she introduces herself. Right, so I'm not sure if you remember. My name is Welsies, and I'm a cobbler here in town.
Right. Yes.
My husband back there, he works the mines, and in his free time he tries to make some extra money by working on the farms. But we've been having a rather rough year, and he's nearly overworked to death. But we're a bit distraught and seeking Sir Lily's blessings in the hopes that old Senquil Sap is going to change his mind.
Senquil Sap, what's wrong? What's change his mind? What do you mean?
You haven't heard?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's been the buzz around town. Apparently Senquil Sap is going to cancel Chursplunk. It's not going to allow celebrations in the town.
Yeah, he couldn't possibly. He can't do that, can he?
I think everyone's very afraid on whether or not he can, because if we go ahead and celebrate anyways, he owns the town. He owns all of our jobs. What's the worst he could do? That's all we're afraid of.
Well, I think some people are going to have to see if we can talk some sense into him.
I believe old Crankstead's holding a meeting around town in his pub tonight. Maybe you and your holy ways could see about putting a word in for us.
I would. It would be my absolute pleasure and honor to do so.
Thank you very much, Tilly.
Oh, and she checks on the stew, and gives it a little bit of a taste, and
could use a little more salt.
Okay. Yeah, so she gives it a little a little sprinkle of salt. Maybe adds a little bit, just a little bit more like thyme, some herbs in there, just a little more,
Yeah.
just to give it a little something extra.
You taste it again. Ah, heavenly! You made the right choice.
Perfect. If you would like to stay a little longer, the stew is almost ready. Are you hungry?
We appreciate it. We only came for just a little bit of prayer, and then we've got to get back to our little one at home and rest up. My husband, if he's working in the morning, he needs the rest, and I intend to go to the meeting.
Of course. Whereabouts? What part of town are you in? I might be able to maybe bring you some, if you'd like.
That's very sweet of you. And she explains that she lives on the Bard Walk, a very artistic area of town.
Lovely. Okay, I will come by for a very brief visit. I won't trouble you for too long, but I would love to bring you some of this.
Oh, you're no trouble at all, Tilly. Thank you. I'm going to join my husband.
Yes, please do.
And as she opens the door that separates the kitchen from the rest of the chapel, you hear from the hall some pretty heavy sobbing. And she looks back at you, and as she does, the sunset light cascades in from the chapel windows and illuminates her from behind. And you know that this is a sign.
Something's got to be done. We can't let this happen.
Meanwhile,
can I say what I'm doing?
Meanwhile,
at the Bard Walk part of town,
here comes trouble.
at a fountain that is centered in a courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, introduce your character, and please, for the love of God, tell me what the fuck you're doing.
Friedrich von Ganymede has taken himself to educating the people in music they may never have heard before. And cavalier though I be, and a great man once said, is only no such thing as a poor instrument, only an instrument wielded by fools. He draws forth his mighty bagpipes and is playing a powerful song across the area, drowning out all other performances. It reaches a staccato spot right at its peak. He pulls the receiver back from his mouth and simply says, "Tequila." And continues on.
Mike, go ahead and roll a performance check. With advantage.
And you wonder why I was laughing that hard. Oh, fuck that.
Oh.
There we go. Much
There
better.
you go.
Okay, so with an 18, you as a performer have a natural ability to read the room, per se. And you notice as people are walking by, looking tired from a day's, weeks, months, years' labor and strifes, they start walking past you, and they look up at you with hope in their eyes, and they're like, "Tequila!" and keep going. You put a jaunty tune in their head and lifted their spirits, even for just a moment. Some of them standing around you to listen to the end of your ballad and to see what comes next. I will say, in this time, you will have earned 30 silver pieces.
Rich.
I actually, in a sign of magnanimosity, say to the people, "People, I thank you, but this performance is not charged to you. Take your coins home. Don't take someone else's coins. That's douchey. I am a patron of the arts. The great saint of music herself, the Shakaira, has blessed me. And her muse is down through my soul."
Why do you hurt me so?
Everyone's laughing. Shut the fuck up.
I'm really enjoying. We have Saint Nicholas and Shakira.
Are you sure it shouldn't be because it's the Christmas season? Maria Carey?
Well, that's better. I'll take that. Can I switch to that? The great Saint Mariah of Kari has blessed us all.
I love how, Mike, you made a joke and then you were like, why are you laughing? Shut up.
Frederick, as you're giving this speech and wooing the crowds you hear from in the distance.
Yes, we hear you, Tingle Man.
And a shiver runs down your spine. Not again. Not here. Not today.
I should think not.
Not him.
Him who?
As you look through the crowd and you see the most snide, high elf looking man, your rival for this square, Yordnam Vumpsy, emerging through the crowd with his golden triangle.
Of course, if it isn't Grognard McPoopsy.
Oh, well, Frederick, how mature of you.
I can't hear you over the sound of your inadequate pronunciations, you colossal boob.
Is that so?
It is so, as true as it is that I slept with your wife.
So have I.
Take that, Mike.
Damn, got your ass.
Oh, we got comeback of the year right there. Wow.
Well, while you handle that thing that has more points on it than your personality, what do you want?
I wish for my square back, Frederick.
You can have it back when I'm done with it. Oh, does it? And what particular apparatus do you have to end it as opposed to anything else? I barely see you finish a sandwich.
Today, I bring this. My golden triangle. You may have bested me in a battle between your bagpipes and my flute. And your bagpipes and my lute. But this will be your undoing! Do you
Gonad.
accept my challenge?
My good Gonad. I walk up to him, and in the way that only a halfling can reassuringly put a hand on the shoulder of a high elf. It's on his thigh. When you walk along the road and you were to see a sick, dead dog, would you engage it in a duel, or would you pity the thing?
My good Frederick, I already pity you.
He's not getting it. All right, hang on. The last time we dueled, I took your lute and your flute. I'm only saying that because I actually have a lute and a flute in my inventory.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, they're his now.
I
Like
genuinely
hogs,
didn't
you
know
play
that.
for
As your DM, I had no idea.
It's legitimately in my inventory as instruments I have, so I'm just like, well, they're his now.
They were his.
Now, I'm convinced that you picked this apparatus with which to challenge me in the field of musical ability, not because you thought you would win, because you thought that I wouldn't want to win. Your instrument is so negligent, absent, I'm quite certain you used it as a measuring stick for your penis. It is so infantilely juvenile, it produces only one note, which is still one more note that you can produce, you fuckhead. When I look upon your instrument, I see nothing. I see the means by which a man may hang his socks. Your
Bringing it back.
clanking, incessant noise has already cost you financially so much that I'm quite certain that you will have gone into debt, not in by purchasing of the item, but also by virtue of the fact that there is probably a hit out on your head now for using it, and I say this as a man who's playing bagpipes. When I defeat you, it will be at a time of my choosing and not yours. Which is why I am about to kick you in the testicles and steal it anyway. Ha ha.
You fool! You don't even realize the mistake you've made. In no way, shape, or form is my penis shaped like this.
May I kick him in the testicles?
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I believe it's just a plus 3 for an unarmed strike.
It's plus your strength.
Okay.
Just roll plus strong.
Oh, Jesus.
Sounds like you're making an unarmed strike against something much taller
17
than you.
to punch him in the dick.
Just kick straight up in the air.
You don't even like pull like a fast one on him, like like looking away and then doing it. You just straight up looking into his eyes, just leap up and just plant your foot right up against his cock.
Yeah.
And push off of it and do a backflip and land on your feet, and with a flourish you see him go down like a sack of potatoes.
As he is on his knees, I take the triangle from him. I now have.
Oh no, Frederick!
Friedrich!
Friedrich, I submit!
I know. Put a hand on his shoulder. I know. Now, have you nothing more today than to challenge me? Or have you brought me something of interest?
I intended on bringing my musical talents to the meeting tonight, but you have ruined me.
Well, you'll be playing in a higher octave. Maybe we can complement each other. What meeting? Speak, man! And I slap him a bit in the face because he's now at the height where I can do that.
You slap him across the face a bunch of times?
Yes.
He sort of like shakes his head and is like, the meeting that old Crankstead is having in his pub tonight concerning the cancellation of Chursplunk.
Who would have the audacity to cancel Chursplunk?
Who else, you bitch? Sinclair staff.
Okay, yeah, no, he'd do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
I love this thing they have.
You bitch!
I hope to God you did not pre-plan this, man, and just responded to my audacity accordingly.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, the power of yes
I picked a name off of a name generator, and I went ahead with it.
All right. It seems to me that an enterprising individual should do something about this. A man of moral conduct. But what will I do?
Is moral conduct what you call kicking me in the balls when I challenge you to a bar duel?
I was speaking metaphorically of a greater man than myself, fool! Who is
As you
simply
slap him
twice
more,
the man you are.
He knees like locked inward, just like stumbles away holding his crotch.
Sarah, you forgot your triangle. No, I'm kidding. I'm keeping it. Very well, then. To this meeting, good people. I thank you for your attendance, for your money, which I will not take. For I am a true thespian, and I am fed upon your praise and the fencing and resale of my opponent's instruments. Thank you.
There is confused but also inspired applause throughout the crowd that just watched you fucking bean man in his beans.
I hope I see him many more times before this session is done.
Oh, you know that you'll see him again someday when he finds another instrument to challenge you with.
Good. I could use a set of drums. Maybe a bass lute.
But you now
game
have
has everything. Hardcore thespian action.
Oh, no.
Now with a direction and purpose for your musical talents aside from entertaining in the town square. You start making your way towards Crankstead's pub, as do the rest of you. Each of you, as the sun has finally set and night has taken the town, find your way into Crankstead's pub, and you notice that the crowd is far larger than it ever is, and that's because a majority of the town has come. Not a majority of the town, but a large percentage of the town has come to understand what's going on, what's happening with their beloved holiday, what they're going to do about it. The four of you, pets and patrons included, proceed in, and after around an hour, and with a couple of burly-looking gnomes walking out of the pub to sort of keep watch, there is a hush among everyone within as Crankstead, a very top-heavy, muscled-looking halfling, climbs up onto the bar counter and gets ready to address the crowd. All right, everybody. Listen up. I believe every single person here has been made aware of what's happening, about the rumors involving SAP, and about Chursplunk. And I wanted to bring you all here in order to confirm that, yes, I have a source who has worked inside the mansion who says that SAP is planning on canceling the holiday and the festivities. And there is a loud boo from within the crowd as outrage starts happening.
Robble.
Yeah, robble.
What a bitch!
We can't do this. Yes, there's one drunken person that's mumbling in the corner that genuinely just came here for drinks. Settle down. All right. I have a few people who have already volunteered to help lead some sort of action against, or to bring conversation to the table with Sap there, so that we can figure out why he's planning on doing this and see if he can change his mind. See if we can change his mind. I'm looking for volunteers to help with peaceful negotiate. And before he can finish getting out, there's far more cries in the crowd as people are starting to call for riots. People are talking about their poor living conditions. People are angry. And
robble. Sorry.
And none of you before have seen quite so many gnomes this pissed off before, and it's terrifying. Please, I understand everyone being upset. Yes, Mike.
Are we allowed to interrupt this scene at all?
Absolutely.
I ready my bagpipes and play a strong note. It plays accordingly, and I walk up to the dais with our good contemporary. Good people, will you not let a man of your own talk? Let him say his words. You are angry. That's obvious. Because you're angry. But more importantly, you have a right to impetus. A right to action. This man is funneling that action. Would you condemn one of your own for standing here, trying to speak for you? Nay. Shame upon all of you. Go ahead, bro. You got it now.
Make a persuasion check.
Hoo. You mean that thing I have 9 in?
Who gave this
Do I have
asshole a
advantage?
thesaurus?
12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say with a 12, that is sufficient enough to get the crowd to bring it down a level.
A level.
A level. They're still very upset, but
Rebel.
this interruption from the bagpipes has led them to believe that they might end up hearing more of it in discordance if they continue being this this disruptive.
And they will.
So, yeah. Crankstead goes, thank you, Friedrich. I appreciate you, man.
Oh my god, he said my name right. You're the first person in 6 months.
Right. So, do I have any volunteers to meet with me here in the next few minutes, or rather in the back rooms? Everyone else is welcome to the bar as they so please.
Tilly's hand shoots up immediately.
Right.
Yeah, so
Tilly.
Rue's hand, who Rue also, I'd like to say, is not short like everyone else. So imagining she was already standing out quite a bit.
Especially with that red nose.
Right.
Yes, Tilly, Ruse, you both can go into the back. Do I have anyone else?
Thursted raises a flagon.
Thursted, of course you would. Come on, brother.
He brings the flagon.
Oh, what the hell.
Thank you very much, Friedrich.
You're welcome. Got my name
Before
right. I'm
before
blushing.
Tilly makes her way back, she'd brought with her just like a huge pot of stew to distribute among everybody at the meeting, and I bring it over to the barkeep, and I like put it up on the counter, and I'm like, make sure that everybody gets some of this. Okay, great, thank you.
All right. Apparently, soup's on. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Tilly.
It's my pleasure.
Please, everyone, try and enjoy yourselves tonight. We're going to get this figured out. I promise. All right. So
+1 stew of warm bellies.
Which might invigorate your enemies or friends or enemies or enemies or friends
or frenemies.
Jinx. Oh, me a Coke.
Crankstead brings you all into the back where he has sort of his own office set up. And there you see 4 individuals, 3 of which are visibly gnomish, and one of which is sort of like sitting in the corner, has a hood on, looks to be sort of a either human or like elf type ancestry, but is doing the Aragorn where he's kind of like smoking on a pipe and blowing it into the air. And Crankstead looks over and goes, "I thought I told you not to fucking smoke in here."
You probably did, but he looks too cool doing it.
My apologies, and sort of like puts it out.
What is that accent?
Talk with him more, you'll find out. You'll be able to finally place it.
You there,
Right.
sexy
Lord knows I
smoking
haven't.
man. You there, sexy smoking man. Who are you to be in this room?
He leans forward, and you can see a very chiseled face, a very very heavy beard on a human face. Looks to be sort of in his early to mid 40s, and he says, "Why don't you let the tavern keep give introductions instead of making me do it?"
Well, I'm trying to place the regional accent that you have.
Is that Buster Scruggs?
I don't even know who that is. That's just a great name that I'm laughing at.
Buster Scruggs.
Gonna kill the shit out of Clancy Brown.
It sounds like Buster Scruggs.
Crankstead sort of shakes his head and then goes around and sits at his desk and goes, right. Tilly, Thursted, Rue, Friedrich, let me introduce you to some of the people that have been helping me leaf through these rumors and figure out whether or not the rumor mill is accurate. I believe you may know Doxy and this gnomish woman who looks rather burly, wearing a city guard uniform, sort of nods. Right, so that's Doxy. We've got Isoza, who works a magic shop in the northern quarter, and Isoza, also gnomish, looks to be in her later years for a gnome. Very gray hair, glasses, like big, thick, round spectacles. Just sort of gives a very patient nod and.
Why did you name this woman
good evening
whore?
to you. Huh?
Why did you name this woman whore?
Isoza?
Doxy. No, Doxy.
No, Doxy.
Is Doxy a word for whore?
Yes, floozy prostitute.
Really?
Yes!
A little bit, yeah.
I was not aware.
It's okay.
Right.
It's fine.
Okay.
In this world, there is no,
Good to know. Well, you can
Doxy
use
doesn't
that
mean
to
that.
fuel some of her reasons for being so well personally defended. She had to defend against all these horrible words all her life. Anyways, continuing on. You recognize Zilbis, a rather unhinged-looking gnomish man with very sort of long, greasy hair, who's sort of sitting in the corner chewing on a leaf. Herb worker and potion master. This here... Sorry, my fucking bowl of raisins is apparently trying to come back up. This here is Nixis. He's apparently been working in Sap's mansion for some time now.
As what?
And Nixis nods and goes, personal security. That's Irish. Personal security.
Hey.
Right. I wanted to, because I've been conferring with these four, I wanted to share with you their perspectives on what we might be able to do to bring Sap to the table. And afterwards, if you have any ideas of your own, we could also go with that. And Doxy sort of speaks up. There is no debating it. We are going with my idea. Isoza sort of says, but your idea is... It's one way of doing it, but it's not considerate of Sap himself. He is a person, you know. And Zilbis goes, I mean, that's up for debate. Someone that heartless has gotta go.
The Greater Sin has followed us on Twitch. Thank you, The Greater Sin.
Hey!
Hello, Greater Sin.
Hello.
How's it going, Nick?
Thank you and welcome to the party. All right. How about each of you goes one by one and explains your perspectives on it? Doxy sort of... Right. So what I think needs to happen is we need to bring Sap to the table and tell him that if conditions don't change and that if this holiday doesn't fucking go through, we strike as a town and we revolt if that doesn't make him buckle. We need to show him strength right now. We need to be able to show him that the entire town is against him in this matter. So it's a sort of... That's not going to work. Oh yeah? Well, what is going to work?
We could fuck with him.
Zilbis sort of speaks up. Yes, yeah, I have an idea for that. Okay, hear me out. Soza sort of goes, it's my turn. No, I got it. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak into his mansion, and we're gonna fuck with him while he's sleeping. Not like that. We're going to mess with him while he's sleeping. and convince him that he's being visited by 3 ghosts. All of which are out to get him and are gonna show him what's gonna happen to him if he doesn't fucking let us have our holiday, our Chursplunk, our precious Chursplunk.
Your plan's great, but you're terrifying. What's the next one?
I think that it's far too late for us to negotiate. Chursplunk is only a day away from now. After tonight, I think that to avoid upsetting him, we should just, if he's planning on canceling the holiday, just let him do it. Let us come in for work, and we'll talk to him afterwards. Meet him halfway. I think that's the best way of going about it.
I think that's the worst choice.
Agree. And Nixus sort of leans forward again. I believe that getting into his mansion is one thing, but sending him a message of strength in a different way. Keep him alive, but destroy everything else as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Like his
Man's
property
got
or his
some-
fingers?
His property. Leave him alone, but show him the destructive power we wield.
But won't he kind of hires everyone in the town, right? Won't that have poor effects in the future?
Or maybe we'll scare him straight.
I kind of like the freaky weird ghost thing.
Right?
That sounds like fun.
I have a
Now
worse
hear me
plan than
out.
all 4 of those, but we'd also be a lot more rich by the end of it.
Does anyone have a doom cloak?
No.
A what?
A doom
What
cloak.
now?
What is it called?
A Holocaust cloak?
A Holocaust
No.
cloak.
A big hooded robe. A big hooded robe.
Yes.
Dread Pirate Roberts has come for you!
Dread Pirate Roberts.
Damn it.
Does anyone have a potion of resist fire? I am surprisingly flammable.
Plenty.
Hang on. Here's the thing. We can scare him, right? And we can rob him. But the real problem here is the distribution of wealth within this community. Now, if we redistribute that wealth, not only can we see long-term returns, but we can turn this into a cooperative commune.
Some sort of communism?
Well, not strictly speaking, because a communist state is inherently flawed, whereas a workers' cooperative is actually a fundamental, strong capitalist philosophy that does not work within the tolerances of an open mind. Anyway, it's nuances behind that. Now, some of us may have been studying financial engineering in anticipation of an anarchist state. Well, moving on. What if, and hear me out, we rob the bastard blind?
I don't think that'll change his ways, though.
No, but he'll be poor and no one will care.
I feel like there's some problems with that point of view.
And in doing so, we bamboozle him so much into some snake oil scheme where he thinks he's getting more than what he's getting, but in fact is signing over everything he owns within the town, and he's poor. And
You
also
could
I might
steal the
I don't know
deed.
I don't know that he would fall for something like that, is the thing.
Also, perhaps along the way I can sleep with his wife. Who knows? Seems to be a character trait of mine. Now,
He doesn't have a wife.
we'll get him a wife. Wait a minute. He doesn't have a wife. I see an entry of attack. Who's willing to let me ride on their shoulders with coconuts under my shirt? No, that's too silly.
We will marry.
That seems like there could be some legal ramification.
Only if the judge is not on our side.
Find us a judge we can put in our pocket. Very small judge.
He employs
have a
the
whole-
entire town. The whole town.
Oh, so there was
If
some.
the whole town were to refuse to work, that means that for that time, he has no income coming in. He has all of his businesses are non-functional, correct?
Crankstead
does-
sort of speaks up. Right? Correct.
So, doesn't he need us more than we need him?
It's true, but if we're going to try and unite the entire town to be able to do that in time for the holiday, it's going to take a lot more time than that. We want to be able to celebrate on the day the snow falls.
A lot of people.
What's he going to do
A few people in the chat are telling
if
me
we
to marry him.
celebrate anyway? The whole town. What if the whole town celebrates anyway and refuses to go into work? What if we as a town are united in saying, no, we're not doing that?
Doxy speaks up. Well, from my personal experience, he's got the entire town militia in his pocket. The only well-paid people are the ones manning his walls. So...
That is very easily defanged. We get them very drunk.
Mm,
And I mean,
That's not what I would have suggested, but
and
sure.
here's the thing. We have a weird, creepy potions man over here who could probably poison them, not to death, but poison them to incapacitation while they're getting shit-faced.
It's possible, but the levels are often very confusing.
Listen here, creepy McCreepy. You do your job, or we'll have you out there in whatever weird back alley they found you.
What if we do the three ghosts plan as a distraction while we rob him?
I'm down with that.
Wait.
But if he...
How does
That-
robbing him solve the problem of us wanting to actually celebrate the Chursplunk?
Well,
He can't pay the militia.
But when's their payday? Would they even know?
I don't know.
When do the militia get paid?
They're paid bi-weekly.
So that wouldn't matter.
Oh.
What if we fire the militia?
Out of a cannon.
No. We tell them they're fired. We tell them they're fired.
Mm-hmm.
They go to complain. He tells them they're not fired. They ask for a raise. Bada bing. Bada boom. We have all his
I wish
money.
I could get a raise by a random person on the street telling me I was fired and me complaining about it.
Maybe you can.
That would be wonderful.
Isoza sort of speaks up and goes, I just don't think striking at him is the right idea. I think people should go to work and we negotiate it after, okay? And listen, if you four support me on this, I can provide you resources to be able to help keep the peace. Because the people in there, the townsfolk, some of them are gonna let loose, and you're gonna have to fight them.
Nonsense.
And Doxy speaks up, and I'll be able to provide you weaponry should you go along with my idea. Philbus speaks up. Potions and herbs and simple weapons. And Nixus leans back and goes, and I can pay you handsomely if you agree to my terms. So basically, to put it straightforward, if you support Zilbus's plan, you will have access to simple weapons and potions. Support Doxy's plan, you will have access to weapons and armor. Isoza's plan, you have access to magical items. and Nix's plan, he will just pay you, and you can do whatever you want with that money.
I still vote for the 3 ghosts.
Yeah.
Because I think it sounds the most fun.
I kind of like that one.
I really like that one too. But I very much don't trust the man that we are working with in this establishment.
Oh, me neither.
No.
He's too creepy.
Nah, I think we should unionize.
I'm
Once this is all done, we should definitely unionize.
Yeah.
But before that, this town needs cheer.
I mean, I'm down for bringing the town cheer. So if we get the entire town together on this haunting idea in a way that's fun for everyone, I would be down for that.
How do we not let the militia know?
Well, don't tell them.
They're going to notice if everyone in the town goes at his manor. We need to distract them somehow.
Oh,
I think it's better if
certainly
just us sneak in. And then we can bring cheer by telling them the hilarious story afterwards.
well, we do have a bard among us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me. All
Yes, you, Friedrich, you. Yes.
All right. Very well. I've accepted this plan.
Now, a few things you're going to need to be aware of before you do anything involving the mansion. Senquil Sap has a right-hand man by the name of Zeos. He pretty much tends to Senquil's every need. He's expendable, so do with him what you like.
He is a dead man.
May I ask what Zeos looks like?
Zeos is a wood elf with long black hair that he usually ties up in a bun.
I'm gonna need a couple of
I was a little confused there for a second.
Rather,
what?
rather sun-touched skin.
But where am I going to find a high elf to impersonate his butler? Oh. This situation arises.
And additionally, Senquil has a son by the name of Naughty.
That's a terrible name for a child. It implies either he's made of wooden knots or he's into bondage.
Or like the
N-O-D-D-Y.
British name, Naughty.
No.
No, just refuse outright.
Okay.
I'm
Couldn't
clearly
be.
the only
Couldn't
one who watched
possibly
the Naughty
be.
Shop growing up.
No, I know where you were going for. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Other than that, most of his staff doesn't actually work inside or reside within the mansion. Ever since 10 years ago, he's been cleaning them out bit by bit.
Wouldn't that mean that the mansion's filthy?
Or
Well,
empty?
he outsources the work when he needs to. Brings people in. I don't know if
Does
any of you
mean-
have ever worked before for him.
It's like in general.
In general.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
look
I
lazy as
remember.
fuck.
It's rather rude of you, don't you think?
All right. We're going to need a series of complex ropes and pulleys and sheets to make ghosts fly past his window.
I can do some fun things with magic.
Excellent.
I can also do some fun things with magic.
I have one spell that I can cast very well.
Which is?
Called Brick.
Fascinating.
Brick.
It's better than a good sleep
Called
spell.
brick.
Being a mason, I have much access to the brick stores.
As a mason, does that mean you could disassemble a wall in such a way that it wouldn't collapse?
No.
Never
Do you know
said he
they're
was a
load
good
bearing?
mason.
As a mason, Could you help us open a hole in a wall with support so that it wouldn't collapse so we can get into this man's house from the cellar?
Oh, sure, when you put it that way. I'm killing Mike slowly.
Slowly but surely. All right.
Well, I mean, I could do this. And Tilly is going to cast both Thaumaturgy and Word of Radiance. Thaumaturgy to make her voice super loud and echoey, and Word of Radiance so that she's just scary and glowy.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Can I use what is it?
Both
Can I
of
use...
these are cantrips, by the way.
Can I use Awakened Mind to speak into? I think I can only do one person at a time, but one by one speak into everybody's mind and just go, I can do this.
That's very good as well.
There is no casting involved. My voice is just in your head.
Nice.
Neat.
She's in your head. In your head.
I can also make someone invisible.
Like we could do
and
all
I can
kinds
fly.
All kinds of ghostly trickery can be done, it seems.
Well, the night is stretching on. Let's figure out a plan.
And I can do this. And can I cast Minor Illusion to make a horrible scream?
You do so.
I'm just grinning, but it's like,
yes.
You have successfully unsettled pretty much everybody in the room. Between all of you.
Quite frightening.
Thank you.
Well, let's get to it.
My idea? My idea?
Yes, your
Your
idea.
idea. Your idea.
What potions do you have? What potions do you have, creepy man?
Stop by my shop and I will supply you with whatever you need.
I shall be the ghost of Christmas past.
I have a plan. I will endear myself to this rich man who runs our town, whose name escapes me at this moment.
Sap.
Thank you. I'd rather you not call me that, but all right. And engage him accordingly. The rest of you can gather resources. As I am seen as a trusted once I am seen as a trusted confidant within his home, I can guide him through our performance of darkness. Does anyone hate that? Okay, that's
Better idea than what we have currently, which is nothing.
All right.
To start, it's a start, certainly. So
right.
yes, sure.
All right. Rue, you have that message ability, right? Can that go both ways?
I also have message.
All right.
But that's actually just straight up telepathy.
Okay.
I think you can respond to it. Let me double check.
If you could, please.
Message? Yes, you can.
I think, yeah.
Telepathy.
Oh, telepathy. That's different.
Wait, do I have message? That's a good question.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I'm going to go introduce myself to him.
Good.
No.
It doesn't say, it just says you can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
But I do also have message, so I can use that.
All right. Okay. I will head over.
Nixus speaks up and says, if you're going with Zilbis's plan, I'll recommend stealth as the best option. Whereas my idea, you can go guns a-blazing. This one, if you're gonna convince him that he's fucking haunted, you don't want him to know you're there.
It's true.
He also does have guards patrolling the perimeter. So if you can find a way to sneak in, I'm not aware of any weaknesses in his mansion. That wouldn't bring attention, but...
I just said we're going to use the stonemason to make a hole in the wall.
If you believe that's stealthy, I encourage it. But the town is relying on you.
I can disassemble the wall and then reassemble it behind us.
So, Dom, are you saying not to go and introduce myself to him to try and manipulate him?
I'm not saying shit. I'm saying you all handle this how you want, but this is a DM recommendation for the plan that you have chosen to do it stealth-based. Do it however the fuck you want.
Okay. Does anyone have any objections to me going in and at least getting a look at the place and the rough layout and possibly...
As long as you can get in, I think that's a great idea.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
get
and get in safely.
I can get
and
in.
out safely.
Without raising suspicion.
Oh, that's
If if suspicion is raised, the plan is dead.
I head up
Now-
to the manor.
Okay.
Now, do we want like pop-up riots as like a distraction?
Ooh, that's good.
I don't.
Yeah.
That would get
well,
rid of a lot of the guards.
That's what I'm thinking.
But like they're told to be timed so that they can get out real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
It can be dangerous, I think, is my concern. If we don't want we don't want the townsfolk getting hurt.
Maybe
And-
the appearance of riots.
Crankstead speaks up.
Can we minor illusion but multiple times? Everybody at the same time, minor illusion.
If we do it enough, we'll have a 20-foot space.
Crankstead speaks up and goes, if we start the townsfolk rioting by any means, it's going to ignite the flame of revolution within them. So, if you can simulate it, fine. I'm Southern, even though this is an Irish-sounding character. Fuck me. So if you can find it in your hearts to try and keeping the townsfolk out of it, I certainly would be most appreciative.
We could set a fire to something. And then the militia could come help. So, a building no one's in. So that no one
Doxy
gets
speaks up and goes, I can direct the militia towards whatever fire or distraction that you initiate. It won't get every single one of them involved. And as long as nobody gets hurt.
Let's burn down the chestnut factory.
No, not the chestnuts. They'll be roasted over a open fire.
I'm so glad you picked it up.
Oh no.
Naughty speaks up and goes, Sap does have an appreciation for chestnuts. That might also send a message.
Let's do it!
Oh gosh.
All right, I'm heading up to the manor.
Break.
Okay. So you leave Zilbis, Doxy, Isoza, Nixus, and Crankstead, and the rest of your now party behind, and you approach the Sap Mansion. As you get close to it, to the front gate, you're stopped by guard standing watch outside of it. Halt! Who goes there?
Do you not know who I am?
Oh shit.
Okay, good. They know who I am. I can't lie about that. I am Friedrich von Ganymede. I have come to seek the good lord of this land as a patron of the arts, to give him entertainment. For there is no finer man of wealth and greatness for whom could be but petitioned.
Mr. Sap is probably busy unless there's some sort of big reason why you want to see him.
What reason was man have to see a greater man than himself? Tell the good Sir Sap that everything that comes out of me is suitably horny for a man who lives alone.
What's your persuasion bonus? It's plus
9.
plus 9. I would say you are naturally persuasive enough for the guard to just like look to the other one. Wait here.
Oh, you know
And
I'm
proceeds into the gate and goes up. You're waiting for probably around 10 or so minutes. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. The guard comes back 10 minutes later, opens up the gate, and says, "We'll have to search you, but yes, Sap has agreed to see you."
Then I will go in and enter in upon his premises. I thank you extensively.
All right. So,
I get a good look around at the layout as well as I go in.
okay. So you enter into the mansion, and you are greeted firsthand by a rather tall, gaunt-looking elvish man who says to you, "Friedrich von Ganymede, I believe I saw your performance of Sandstorm within the past year."
Yes. It was right up
I am
there
Zeos.
with my work of Song 2. Yes?
I am Zeos. I am Mr. Sap's personal assistant.
A privilege.
I'm here to escort you and oversee your meeting with him. Please,
course.
follow me.
It takes a good manservant to see to a good man.
Make a perception check.
Can I just make a passive wisdom, please? It's much better than my perception check at +2. Alright, I'll do it. Under duress.
I'm just gonna run and get some water real quick.
14.
14. This mansion is a 2-story mansion. As you proceed down the main hall, you see a beautiful staircase that leads up to the 2nd level. And past it, there is a open courtyard with a open ceiling to it that allows for this garden to flourish. And in the very center of it, you see a very large pine tree and several boxes surrounding it. Proceeding up the staircase, you are brought to the other side of this this balcony area that is able to look down into the courtyard, and proceed down another staircase where you enter into a sitting room, which has been dimly lit with oil lanterns and there is a fireplace there, but there is no fire to it. And you see seated in the corner a rather large figure. Not large in terms of like arms and legs or anything. Rather, the arms and legs are rather gaunt, but the shell of a turtle man who is sitting in the corner and says, "What do you want?"
Master Sap, I have defeated every musician in town through a strategic amount of nut shots, so that I may be a worthy enough man to perform before you. You are a man who only expects the best, and I have become the best. I beseech you, sir, make me be my patron of arts, and I will perform for you as an instrument performs for me, and the vagina of my rival's wife screams in my name.
He sort of takes a deep breath. He's not facing you. You can't even see his face
That's
at
okay.
this point. But Good sir, I don't know what you know about me, but the only nuts I care about are chestnuts. Get out! I will hear no more of your blathering.
I know a good song about chestnuts.
He sort of turns a little bit, and you can see on his turtle face a very long, very ragged beard and very thick eyebrows that come off of his face and sort of like come out like almost like an old man in an anime. Has the exaggerated eyebrows, but you can see he looks very old for a turtle, which is an accomplishment. Play it.
Very well. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. They taste really kind of good.
They do.
Do you know that only great men have a nut in their mouth on this season? This blessed season. It takes wisdom to find greatness behind that very hard shell. If you have a fire inside with desire, crack that nut. Crack that nut and eat it whole.
Make a performance check.
Oh, please.
I better have fucking advantage for that.
I will allow you advantage on that.
Just from the improv.
Yeah.
Never mind, he doesn't need it.
Very
Roll
nice.
again, see if you get a 20. Roll again, see if you get a 20.
No, I'm good. I don't like to press my luck.
Do it!
Do it.
I mean,
have
you get the advantage. You may as well
did. I
just
rolled
try.
twice.
Yeah.
Fucking do it, coward.
Go, dog.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
it's fine. It's fine.
I got a
See?
17
No
and a
big deal.
19. Yeah, okay.
Always try for the crit. Always.
Yeah, you miss all the crits you don't roll.
Yeah.
The chat isn't laughing at it.
Sap's toes start tapping along with the beat of your song.
Did you like it, sir?
It has some nostalgic value. I'll give you that, sir.
I'll give you more, sir. I made it up on the spot just to impress you. That's how good I am in 5 seconds. Imagine if you made me your patron and gave me time. You're a little impressed, I know. It's hard for a good man who's earned all of this great wealth to show affection. You must be stern, tacit, hard, like the shell of a chestnut.
Affection. You speak to me of affection, you with your tight pants and your peacock strut. You must know little of affection, let alone grief.
I couldn't begin to understand such things, sir. I'm only good at nut-shotting my rivals and improvising lyrics about chestnuts. But under you could be my muse. Tell me your pain, sir. Let it be put in art!
Zeos sort of circles around you and goes over to Sap and sort of like puts a hand on him and like whispers in his ear. Sap goes, I will hear none of you, sir. However, after Chursplunk, you may come see me again and ask for more donations. Away with you.
And what if I want no money from you, sir? Only
Then you are a damned fool.
Then I am a fool, sir, who seeks a great man's approval over money. Perhaps we two carry similar gulfs in our heart.
And I will not suffer fools! He stands up and tries his best to like stand up straight, but his age is getting the better of him. So it's difficult for him to like fully rise. Get out!
Do you mean that, sir?
Must I call the guard?
No, sir. But I will return. Because you have ordered me to do so. And if you bid me take your funds and donations, I will do it. But only because a great man ordered me to do so. I stand in awe. Were I a
Next
woman,
you come, leave your fancy words behind.
then
I have no need for them, only your singing.
You will have it. Were I a woman, I would wed you, sir. Good day!
Get out!
Why? I don't know, but I am.
You reconvene with the rest of your group after this.
Oh, he's
meeting.
fucked up. I relate to them everything that happened in perfect detail.
Can we have gotten ready to light the fire in the meantime.
Yes, I will say, given the amount of time left over, you are fully prepared to ignite this fire at the chestnut factory.
So he really likes chestnuts. Someone probably broke his heart, and he's converted his entire wealth to money. What do we have to work with on that?
What about the worm tongue situation?
I was just going to say!
Sorry, Cassie. Sorry.
I was just gonna freaking say! We have a freaking worm tongue situation here? That is exactly what this seems like.
I take back. You break the news.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. We're on the same wavelength, and that's all right. We're asking the question: what do we do with the worm tongue situation?
Well, we have to get him. What was his name again? Start with Z.
Zeos.
Zeos. We have to get Zeos.
Edgelord ass motherfucker name.
Right.
Worm tongue ass.
Sounds like a fucking Tales of Symphonia character. That's what his name sounds like.
We have to get him away from Sap somehow. Or clearly he's going to ruin everything.
How many floors is the mansion?
2.
2.
Damn, not high enough that we can guarantee it will knock out on when he hits the ground.
He'll get a sprain.
He might be knocked out.
Pull a hammy.
You know, just bums rush him out the second floor.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's not a lot of magic that'll survive getting thrown out of the second floor.
Surprisingly deficient area of sorcery.
So
what are you doing?
We're gonna go visit him tonight with stupid reasons. What potions do we have?
And we start the fire.
So, Zilbis gives you whatever simple weapons, short, long, melee or range that you wish, including club, dagger, great club, hand axe, javelin, light hammer, mace, quarterstaff, sickle, spear, light crossbow, darts, short bow, or slings. And he also provides you an invisibility potion, 2 minor healing potions, and a potion of ice breath.
And
a
lighter.
And a lighter, sure.
And a lighter.
A
a tinderbox.
Magic.
Yep.
He gives you a tinderbox also.
However, he does not have access to armor to supply to you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I can change my character shield.
Can we take multiple weapons, or is it just kind of one each?
Just kind of one each.
I guess I'll take a garter staff.
Was a battle axe part of that?
No, battle axe is a martial melee weapon.
Oh, okay. What about a shield?
Shield, you can have.
Okay, I'll
can I
change
have
that
a shield?
Yes, you can.
All I have is a pen.
I have a bandolier of knives.
Tilly will probably lean towards taking something that looks more ceremonial than actually functional, because her whole thing is that she's just going to appear as a ghost and look scary. So if she wants to look like scary and glowy and do the like terrifying Galadriel thing, she probably just wants to hold a pretty staff that makes her look powerful.
Okay, well you could go with quarterstaff and put like an arcane focus on it. He has access to arcane focuses as well.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. Alright. So, if I'm understanding correctly, after you all get suited up with your equipment, you wish to sneak into the gate of the mansion, disassemble a wall,
Yes.
and reassemble it behind you,
Yes.
and then put your plan into action.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
All right,
We're
so
stealthing.
Yeah, you approach the gates to Sap Manor. It is around 11:30 at this point. It's getting close to midnight. And you prepare yourselves to stealth over or around the gate. I need you all to make stealth checks.
I already did
Oh boy.
I can do that.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. Stealth, I have a +2.
Stealth.
All right, let's get that going. Plus.
15.
Okay. You know what? That's pretty good. I'd say that's a resounding success. So,
Nice.
watching carefully for a few minutes, you see a gap in the guard, and the four of you together, especially considering this gate is rather low, given the fact that it is a gnomish town and they are expecting to keep most of the populace out, you manage to get yourselves over the gate and sprint up towards. Are you going to go to the north side of the mansion, which is like the back, the east, or west side?
Probably the back side, because no one's going to be on watch there as much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say whatever side is furthest away from the fire.
Yeah,
Right.
or light sources.
Yeah. So the chestnut factory is very likely going to be in which part of town would that be? That would be Sledwilf Way, which is more west. So you, as you round the house from the west side and go around to the northern side, you see the signs of your fire beginning to really take notice. The fire was started maybe like an hour or so ago, but now the factory is really going up in flames, and you can see it from here. As you're passing by the back, Thursted, you know which part of the house you're at, because you helped build the fireplace, which chimney is sticking out of the back.
Oh, I know what to do. Okay.
Wait, are we gonna go down the chimney?
Not down, through.
Oh my god. Santa coming in like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hell yeah!
Donopar15 has followed us on Twitch. Thank you, Donopar115.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I've got my masonry tools with me. So that's got, all the sorts of masonry tools, including a nice good hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wrap some cloth around around a chisel to kind of deaden the sound of it, hopefully.
Okay.
And I would like to start making a dwarf-shaped hole in the back of one of the one of the chimneys, fireplaces. Yeah.
Okay.
Before I start, I put my hand on the fireplace to tell if it's on.
You can tell with your expertise and your profession, there is no fire going currently.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
Okay. So, what skill should I use for this?
Yeah, I'm wondering, how do I apply my...
I want you to do sleight of hand. Are you proficient in sleight of hand?
I am not proficient in it, but I have a +2.
Okay. So, sleight of hand plus your proficiency bonus because you're doing something that you're proficient in, plus your proficiency bonus again because you're using your tools.
Okay, so I've got proficiencies in perception and history.
No, your proficiency bonus, which I believe at this level would be
3.
what, a plus?
3.
+3? Okay, so roll and add +8.
Okay. 16.
Nice.
16. So, channeling everything that you've learned in your profession, your specific skill set, and even the experience that you have with this specific chimney, as well as your innate knowledge of stone, clay, earthly materials, you expertly chisel and pull out brick after brick after brick until there is a rather, square, almost rectangular,
Square.
but dwarven-sized hole in this fireplace, and you look on into the room. It is a sitting room, and there are no lights on currently, which I believe you have dark vision, so that doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me.
It does not bother you. But
All right, everyone,
you don't.
inside. But go ahead.
Okay, you all sneak inside.
Is this the room where I
Crawl.
entertained him?
It is.
And then I replace all the bricks without any of the mortar behind us.
Okay.
Oh, good. We can run out here in an emergency.
Yes, it is a false wall now.
Now we can burst
you just-
through it like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, we just push it over and you're out.
Okay. Now, what are all of you doing?
Is there
There's
anyone
currently No
around?
signs of life.
Right. Where's his room?
You don't know?
Cool. Let's start stealing sheets so we can be boosty boos.
Okay. So there are long drapes along each of the windows, very fancy. Each of them a green color.
Damn it, doesn't this man have white sheets? Let's go raid his linen closet.
He's a turtle. Everything has to be green.
I don't know what a turtle is.
It's a giant Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Okay then. All right.
Except this is a senior Ninja Turtle.
You want to try and find bed sheets?
Yes.
Senior mutant ninja turtle.
Yep.
Senior
Mutant Ninja
I'm going to need you
Turtles.
to make a investigation check, and if anybody wants to assist, you can grant him advantage, or if anybody has any abilities that they want to add to this.
Senior Scroogey Ninja Turtle.
23. I'm pretty sure I found it.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone's got good looks.
Exiting out the doors that you came in when you first met Sap, you're sort of wondering, like trying to break down from all the various rooms that you saw, which one would be most likely to have the linen closet. And in this, you start stroking your chin and kind of look over, and there's a very small door next to you, and you're like, you open it, white sheets.
Perfect. I start.
Can I also, just now that we're in here, can I use one of my invocations and just cast Armor of Shadows, which lets me cast Mage Armor on myself at will?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
As you do this, you hear a resounding,
Was he saying ho ho ho, or was he coming?
Oh.
Who knows?
All right, fair enough. I asked
You
a
don't
silly
know?
question. Well, they're all ghosty now. Let's sneak upstairs.
okay. Make a group stealth check.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. +2.
Hey, pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, good, pretty good,
Bet-
pretty good.
better
pretty
than
good,
it was
good,
before.
pretty good. Oh my god!
Yes.
Holy fuck!
We are the knights.
Damn.
So a
I
group of
need a
4
cloak.
people in white bed sheets in the middle of the dark are going through this hallway, and we might as well be fucking ghosts. Because ain't nobody seeing shit.
Thank you, Dom,
So-
for not providing us any armor. We don't have any penalties.
I like to think that my bed sheet is extra weird shaped because I have antlers.
Yes.
It's just very strange.
Makes it
Amazing.
even better.
Okay. You proceed up the staircase and start like fanning out, and you notice in the dark in the dim, the only light from the moon that is cascading down from the open ceiling above. You see Zeus, who hasn't noticed any of you, hand pressed against one of the doors.
Get him.
He sort of takes a moment. And is just standing there. Someone took a picture. What are you doing?
Sam took a picture of the chat. Let's rush him. We're all stealth. He ain't gonna see us.
We could. I mean,
I could cast command on him.
I could do charm person.
I could do sleep.
He's an elf.
Oh, he's immune to sleep.
I can beat him with a brick.
That's one way to cast sleep.
It's a different way to cast sleep.
Oh shit! I have detect thoughts.
I can cast.
Cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
And that does surface thoughts unless you probe deeper, right?
Sure.
Probably.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Initially, surface thoughts. Yeah. And then, you have to probe deeper, and I think there's a save.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Standing there in your white, ghostly visage, you look at him and you sort of hear and feel the inner sanctum of his mind. And you sort of get the feeling of, it will be all over soon. Chursplunk is nearly here, and we will get through it.
Oh, now
I
we're
promise.
Rushing. Oh, now we're rushing him.
That's what you get from the surface thoughts.
Very well. Unless anyone has extreme objection, I'm going to put a knife to his dick. So that we can
I
interrogate
don't think that's
him.
going to solve the problem the way you think it will.
I think we start with trying to be nice, and then if it doesn't work, then we rush.
We're four schmucks in white linens in his hallway. This isn't a thing where diplomacy is going to work out great.
I'm going to be preparing my spell brick.
Yeah.
Just me holding up a brick.
He pulls off of the door and starts walking opposite way of you down the hallway until he enters into a different room.
Maybe somebody should tail him and see what he's up to.
I'll do it. Unless someone else... No, someone else do it. I did the thing last time. No one else wants to do the thing, do they?
Is there... I'm assuming that there's no natural phenomenon that would give me light, that would make me lightly obscured inside this mansion.
No.
I thought I'd put it out there.
Who has the best stealth bonus? I think is a good one to go by.
Mine is 7.
Mine
You
is
do
only
also
a
have
+2.
access to an invisibility potion.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
Dude.
but it's 1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Well,
only one
just-
person is true.
If only one person is trying to tail him and see what he's up to, then that's perfectly fine. I can do it.
Yeah, because I did it. I did this stuff last time. Someone else should be the focus.
I will do it.
Do it, Tilly,
okay.
do it.
Okay, so
Go-
Tilly
go
takes
forth,
the potion
Acolyte.
of invincibility and tails Zeus.
Okay, you all watch as Tilly takes the potion, and underneath the bed sheet, you see the shape of her downing it, and then she vanishes. And then you hear this halfling starts making her way to the door 2 doors down, which has closed. So you open it and proceed inside.
Yep.
Okay. You enter in and you make your way inside. It is a bedroom.
Oh no.
And you see Zeus, who has just finished sort of preparing himself for bed, wearing his evening garb. And he sits at the edge of the bed. And you notice on this, like, king-size bed, there is a rather large mound underneath the sheets on the bed.
A lover?
A nest?
A nest.
Sap?
My arch rival?
Oh my god.
A pile of triangles?
Yes, while you're in there, you just hear.
He's concocted a lover of triangles.
Zeos turns and says, "Blasted wind again," and stands up and goes to go close the door.
Okay. Yeah, Tilly kind of like moves out of the way while staying in the room.
Yeah.
Essentially just trying to like avoid his path.
Zeos goes over to the bed and like places a hand on the mass underneath the sheets and says, "Do you think that they will appreciate it?" Not nearly as much as I want them to. There will be many who are confused, but let them be. We will bring to this town a better way.
Is it actually Sap? Are they lovers?
Do I recognize that voice?
You would.
I would have worked for SAP before.
Yes.
So
you recognize the voice of Sinkhole Sap as Zeos climbs into bed with him.
What?
Oh, I don't want to beat up a K couple.
and they were roommates.
They were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Oh, I was hoping this was a cultish ritual thing. I don't want to beat up a gay couple. That feels scummy.
Fuck! I can't use violence anymore.
Scummy.
Well, now we have to do a couple's ghosty adventure. It's twice the price, you know.
Right now, none of you except for Tilly know what's happening.
Can I check the room that he was fingering when we found him?
Okay, you walk up to that door, and you go to turn the handle, and there's like a spark of energy, and your hand flies off of it. It appears to be arcane locked.
Ow.
Ow.
Tilly, what are you doing?
Ow. Tilly is going to... Oh, boy. Tilly is well... Okay, I think Tilly is going to very quietly kind of peek around the room and see if there's anything that I can, like, is like notes in a book or papers that I could see. Is like, what is the reasoning for this? Like, why are they doing this?
Well, they're in love. Oh, the evil.
Yes, the evil, that one.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh no, that's a +0. I hate that.
Investigam.
Investigam.
All I found was this chimkin in a wall.
8.
You sort of start quietly as you can, opening cupboards, and you start leafing through a little bit as silently as you possibly fucking can, and you hear, "Did you hear that? No, let's just get some rest." It appears that you haven't been able to find anything in the short period of time that you had, but now these two are a little more awake.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sneak back out.
Okay, make a stealth check with advantage because you're invisible.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Okay, 18 and 4. We're gonna take that 18, baby.
You slip out the door and you look as your comrades are around the door Zeos was looking at.
Okay, we can't see you either.
Yeah, gosh. I'm just gonna I don't know. I guess I'm going to try and approach you guys without startling you. I'm going to like tap my toe a little bit as I approach, and be like, "Hey, it's me. I'm coming back."
Drew only jumps a little bit.
So, you as a party are faced with an arcane lock on this door. What are you doing?
I mean, I can't dispel magic. Can anyone else?
I can dispel magic.
What are the walls made of next to the door?
Marble.
Damn it.
Stone sense.
What are you trying to discern?
I want to see if I can make a hole in this wall quietly.
In the marble wall.
With your dwarven intuition, you know that you absolutely can. And marble can be brittle at times if hit with the right amount of power. However, this appears to be rather heavy pieces, so it might make noise if you are not very precise.
Well, if anyone would like to help me get advantage on this, I don't know. Does anyone know?
Well,
I can give you bardic inspiration.
I could do dispel magic on the door.
Oh, never mind me then.
I did say that earlier, but I don't think anyone
I'm
heard
sorry.
me.
I did
I'm
hear
sorry.
you.
It's okay.
But then all this is happening.
But just because I have very limited spell slots,
You
Can I
see,
take a
you see me
little
feeling the marble
time?
anyway.
oh god. Can I take 1 minute? I don't know. I think that's how that works. Because if I take 1 minute to ritually cast Identify, will that tell me what level the
Just
spell
so you know,
on the
if
door
you
is?
ritually cast something, you don't expend a spell slot.
I'm aware, but I
Okay.
can only ritually cast 2 things.
Right.
One is Identify. But yeah, if I use, I just don't remember with Identify, will it tell me what level the spell is?
No, it'll tell you the spell and the school.
Okay, in that case, I guess I'll, fingers crossed, just use Dispel Magic on the door, which will be at level 3, I believe. Let me double check that really fast.
You could see Thursted just put his ear against the stone, and he's
Oh, God.
tapping with the back of his hammer. Is like tap tap.
Wait, stop.
Tap tap tap. Tap tap tap.
Yes, that would be at 3rd level. I cast that, which is
Okay.
the level of the spell. I think. Yeah.
Okay. As you channel the might and mysticism of Saint Nicholas, you all hear a very faint.
I know when you are sleeping. I know when you're awake.
And there's a
Yay!
flash as the magic on the door is dispelled.
Perfect. All right.
Well, if you're just gonna do it the easy way.
Open the door quietly.
All right, what's
As
inside the room?
As the door opens, there is a flurry from within pushing out, as this door has not been opened in some time, as dust just pushes out of the door. And inside, you see what looks to be a nursery.
Oh no!
Oh, his
Can I-
backstory's sad.
Can I send Noelle in first just to take a look around? Also, I'd like to say Noelle also has a tiny sheet on,
Of course.
Oh.
but with holes for her wings.
Does she
Noelle
look like
goes
a
in
snowy
and perches on a crib.
I'm going
Does
to take a
she-
look around as well.
Does she see anything before we go in? Does she see any traps or anything?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Nothing activates. Nothing aside from the rocking crib moves.
Oh! Creepy. Okay.
As
Let's
she
go.
lands on it. As she lands on
Oh, okay. I was like, what is it moving?
Haha! Another 8 to investigation.
Good.
I've done it again.
There sure
I
are
will-
some ceilings, walls, and floor in this place.
There sure is no crib.
Can I also investigate?
Sure.
Ooh, I have investigation as well, in case we need a third try.
A 9!
Well, +1. Should I see what my dwarven eyes see?
60. Is that for investigation, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you want to investigate, Dave, you absolutely can.
Well, I know that it's cold in here.
Okay.
It's
While
dusty.
the three of you are rather taken aback by this,
Yeah, we'll say that.
Friedrich.
Sorry, I do think that while we're all investigating, I do relay what I witnessed to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Including what I heard them say.
Is it possible that they're... Is it possible that they were planning something for tomorrow?
Friedrich.
I don't know.
You proceed into the room, and on this vanity that's there, you see a journal that has been placed there and has a bottle near it with long withered flowers and some candles next to it. And you start leafing through this journal, and it dates about 10 years ago, and it is detailing the private marriage of Zeos and Sap, how they wanted to keep this private, trying to separate their personal life from their professional life, how Sap's son Naughty started to grow a little more distant as the two of them grew closer, and how the two of them wanted to raise a child, how they adopted a child from a local orphanage as quietly as possible, and how the child began to grow ill and eventually passed away 10 years ago on Chursplunk.
Oh.
All right.
And the child's name was Tiny Tim.
You can just drop that on us, Dom! You can't just wholesale be like, it's Tiny Tim, though.
It's Tiny Tim!
It's almost like this stream has a theme.
What?
All right.
No.
Crazy.
I can work with that.
Oh no.
I relay this information to the rest of the group. All right. Good news. Not a cult. Bad news, they adopted.
Why is that
Is
bad?
that a bad thing?
Well, shut up. Well, they weren't very good at it, and, well, kind of spoiled the baby. Anyway, I relay.
Spoiled the baby.
I relay everything that happened.
I think we need to leave.
I think
we need to leave and rethink everything.
I think we need to figure out... They're obviously planning something for when everyone's here tomorrow.
Yeah, but we only have like 10 minutes left, so...
Also, we did set ablaze the chestnut factory.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, no!
I vote we rush the two of them and scare the living shit out of them as ghosts.
Why? They're hurting.
Yes,
Aw.
but they're hurting other people.
And we can fix that.
All right, show of hands. Who wants to just leave?
I don't know.
Okay, show of hands. Who wants to leave but also rob them a little bit?
I see you're in the minority there.
Sorry, Beth.
Joke's on you. This is a communist state. I'm gonna go steal the silverware.
So, what's the group doing?
I mean, there's a third option. We go and confront them without any guards and just talk it over with them and see what they have planned for tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do that.
And if their plans are shitty,
Wake them up
we
in the
can...
middle of the night.
Hello, what goes?
Hey, psst.
We could do that.
We broke into your house. What are you doing?
Tell us!
Hey, Pat, check out my new chainsaw and hockey mask.
Are we all four just waking them up? And
yeah.
If we wanted to do the ghost thing still, I could cast invisibility on myself and then speak to one of them in their mind, so it's extra spooky.
Maybe. That sounds
Sure.
like a good idea.
Okay,
And then-
let's interrogate them in the dead of night.
Let's do it!
As ghosts!
all saunter into the room.
Yeah. Just kick the door down. Wake up, bitches!
Is that
I am
what
the
you do?
ghost of Christmas now, and here are my strong men.
Instead of invisibility, okay, can we all go into the room? My vote is we all go into the room. I can cast fly on myself, and then speak to them in their mind and see. They won't be able to respond in their mind, but I could.
Thaumaturgy?
So how about we
I
go
do
in?
have thaumaturgy.
Yeah. Add the effects.
Yeah. How about we go in? I have command. I could.
I also have command.
So we could just cast it on the both of them.
I have a number of things, if we're talking sort of out of character about the things that we have at our disposal. I have command. I have calm emotions. I have zone of truth. I have fast friends. I have many things.
Zone of truth would also be very helpful.
Oh, Tilly.
What are you doing?
All right.
Your time has come.
Okay, we go in, we zone of truth them.
Just them.
I start flying.
I'll talk really fast. I've already got a bullshit story to make up for us.
Do
Let's
we
do it.
all agree on this plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're already running in.
Okay.
Kick
Let's
open
say,
the door.
for the sake of time, it goes through, especially because these two are ordinary dudes and don't actually have bonuses or saving throws. So, parading into the room, both of them waking up, startled.
Buenos
Thaumaturgy
dias.
and Word of Radiance.
Yes. All of these effects go off at the same time.
Fly.
What do you want?
We're here to haunt you. We are the four cardinal directional ghosts of truth.
What are you planning to do to the villagers tomorrow?
We want to know. Speak the truth or face your grave tonight.
Zone of Truth. I have cast Zone of Truth.
One after another, this fucking light show of effects goes off.
It's just like
Rue
light.
floating in the air, and you hear Sap speak out. We were planning on extending Chursplunk to a full week celebration.
Why wouldn't you advertise that?
Please don't hurt us.
Why wouldn't you
This was all a
advertise
dream.
Why
that?
didn't you just tell everybody that?
It was meant to be a surprise.
You have created
Communicate better and pay your employees better.
You have
Investigate.
Hang on.
And
You
then
have
leave.
false
What do you
image.
mean? What do you mean? I haven't been in charge of planning for or finances for 10 years. That was and Zayal speaks and goes, that was naughty.
No,
Zeus
naughty
is
is
stuck
a
in the
naughty
zone of
child.
Zeus was stuck in the zone of truth, so he has to tell us that it was naughty.
Naughty is
Yeah.
in charge of finances for the town and has been for 10 years is what you get out of him.
Let's go beat up Naughty.
All right. Now listen here, old man. We will
We'll confront
return.
Naughty at the thing tomorrow.
We will return if ever you bear false witness. Conduct yourself well with kindness, and great joy will find you.
Don't have a heart heart attack.
Are you having a heart attack?
You see him clutch his chest.
No!
I'm dying!
Cure light wounds?
Revivify?
I have calm emotions!
You have diamonds on you, Cassie?
I have calm
You
emotions.
told me that I could have whatever I need to cast my things. And if I have
Dom,
for story
calm
reasons,
emotions.
a very
emotions.
expensive 300 gold diamond for one Revivify, I have it, Dom.
We could also, I do have spare the
Okay.
dying, so
You know
he'll
what?
just be unconscious
You know what?
for
Hold
a
up,
while.
hold
He
up,
would be
hold up,
stable.
because we have 7 minutes left. I need to rein in the fucking chaos here. Okay. So Sap clutches his chest and rolls off the bed, and as you all go to spring into action, you see a shadow in the doorway.
What?
And you look over and you see Nixus standing there, and it's like, that's about right. And he pulls off a necklace that he's wearing, and his form shifts into that of a much younger looking turtle male.
It's Naughty!
As one who resembles Sap is now looking at you with a wide grin on his face. But the two of you, Rue and Tilly, are super focused, and you turn and you like rush towards Sap, and you cast your spells. You wait for a second, and another second.
Hey!
And
Christmas
you have
miracle.
scared the life out of him, but subsequently returned it back to him. Yes, Mike, go ahead.
I stabbed Naughty in the dick.
I was just gonna shield bash him out of the room, but okay.
The two of you rush forward, one shield, one blade, as you knock Naughty and pierce his genitals as he flies back and like goes off the banister and like lands on some of the boxes that are by the pine tree in the middle as a bunch of toys spill out of them, collected seemingly for the children of the town by Sap.
This is a bad man, but we probably shouldn't kill him in front of his father that we just brought back to life.
It's too late. He only has 10 hit points. Meanwhile, the guard who are along the sides of the banister look on in horror as the person who hired them to protect him just went fucking down. And you look around and you're arrested on the spot.
No, I don't! No, I am not, sir. I cast sleep on the guard trying to arrest
because
me.
we're in the final 5 minutes. I'm sorry, I have to bring this to a close. I'm really sorry. However, against my planning to have you all ruin Chursplunk by destroying or stealing his property, by killing him, or by some other means of destroying fucking Senquel Sap from Naughty spreading the rumors about how he wanted to destroy Chursplunk, you have subsequently saved Chursplunk.
Yay! Can I spare the dying on Naughty? It's a cantrip.
He's not saying no. He's not saying no. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
You spare the dying on him, and he tries to get the guards to attack you, but Senquel Sap and Zeos call them off, and there's a fucking happily ever after to this.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Because Sap was, for the past 10 years, grieving the loss of his and Zeos' child. And he started seeing Isoza as a counselor who helped him get through his grief. And so he wanted to make up for his past deeds by extending their favorite holiday by a week. And so in the basement, he had tons of barrels of imported ale. He had presents, and he was going to give out financial bonuses to everybody. And you all were supposed to fucking take that away and destroy this holiday. And I was gonna laugh because not this time of year. Fuck you!
Oh, Dom.
I was just going to demand you roll fall damage.
Merry Christmas.
Eventually,
It's a Chursplunk miracle, everybody!
eventually the four of you are let out of prison. And you continue on your lives as saviors of Chursplunk. Your patrons fucking praise you. I'm tired.
The important thing is you lost.
What a twist.
No, actually, the important thing is that we had fun.
Also, that
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the Chursplunk Catastrophe.
Triangle Man again!
I hope everyone has a happy holidays. I hope everyone had fun watching and playing this game. My name is Dom. I've been your GM for this. I fucking wanted them to ruin it so badly. I was gonna laugh in their fucking faces. God damn it! Please, my players, introduce yourselves once again. Mike.
I'm Mike. I was playing Frederick. I had fun.
Dave.
I'm Dave. I was playing Thursted Ash Thane. Yeah, Thursted Ash Thane. And I did not see that twist coming.
Cassie.
Thank you, Dom.
Hey everybody, I've been Cassidy 20 Love Chew playing Tilly Toasty Bottom, and let's just say Tilly bakes a really nice Mont Blanc chestnut cake and brings it to Sap on the day after.
Oh, that's the other thing.
As something nice.
You all would have been heavily fined for burning down the chestnut factory.
Yeah,
that was not
That's
avoidable.
valid.
You had consequences for that.
Of course.
And Beth.
Hi, I've been Beth. I was playing Rue, and I hope everybody has happy holidays and yeah, good time.
Have a good night, everybody.
Once
Fuck
again,
me.
there are announcements. Our Pendragon game will be on the 18th, and then afterwards, our D20 Live yearly Q&A stream is actually going to be in January 8th this year because we don't have time in December for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody, so much, and we will see you next time.
Happy
He
holidays!
saved Chursplunk.
I'll ruin you all next year. I'll ruin you all next year.
No, you won't.
Happy Chursplunk, everyone.
Happy Chursplunk.
Chursplunk.